Hi guys, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all of my favorite things from the past few months because I got this comment on a recent video and it just reminded me how much more I used to talk about music and media in my favorites videos, because when I first started YouTube, I would do a favorites video every single month, and I honestly don't know how because I like to space them out more. I feel like I have more favorites and my favorites are more vetted. I've been using them for longer, but I did want to incorporate some more media favorites. So I'll be talking about my favorite albums, podcasts I've been listening to, TV shows, and also shows I've gone to because I really love live music, and June was my birthday month, so I kind of went off. We saw 3 different shows and it was so fun. But we're gonna start off with my beauty favorites and the physical items that I have with me, because I could not make this video without talking about my haircut and my new wavy hair routine, which if you've already heard me talk about this, I've been like posting about it everywhere. Feel free to skip ahead, but I got a haircut dry and that really changed my life because this is my natural hair texture and I never knew that I had the potential for it to be like evenly wavy. Anytime it would dry naturally, it just was like really heavy on top and wavy on the bottom and just like kind of a mess. I never wanted to wear my hair natural, but I've been taking this journey, watching lots of TikToks and learning how to have wavy hair, what products work for me, how much to use of each product, and I feel like I'm still figuring it out. But right now, the routine that has been really working for me is the Crown Affair Air Dry Mousse and their finishing gel. I feel like these work really well together because they're both very lightweight. And then if I need something with a little bit more like grip and hold, I've been using the JVN air dry cream, and a little bit goes a long way. But I also posted a video of my refresh routine in action if you wanted to see more of like the methods and tips and tricks, because TikTok has taught me literally everything I know about my hair. Still on the topic of hair, I got this claw clip from Chunks, and if you haven't heard of them, they're a small women-owned business. I love supporting them, and they sent me this new claw clip of theirs that has 2 rows of claws, and I've never used a claw clip with as much grip. It comes with me everywhere. I just thought I would mention it. Next up, we have the nail polish that I currently have on. If you haven't already clocked it, I feel like this bright of a blue gets so many compliments because it is just so eye-catching, and I've actually worn it 2 weeks in a row. And if you paint your own nails, or even if you go to the salon, I feel like if you want a color twice in a row, that's like very telling. So this is Can't Lose by Olive & June, and I just do a strengthening base coat, 2 coats of my color, and then I've lately been using the 45-second top coat by Nails Inc. It really gives you kind of like that slightly sheer on the edges, plump, jelly looking finish, and I'm just obsessed with it. For makeup, I have 2 favorites that I'm currently wearing, and that is the Kosas BB Burst Skin Tint. This is a tinted gel cream moisturizer, and what I really like about Kosas is that they have skincare ingredients in their products, and I feel like this just doesn't break me out and looks really natural, doesn't have too much coverage, but just like enough for every day, really evens things out, and you can see just how much of the product that I've used. And then my other favorite is this very bright pink blush from Fenty, which might look intimidating. It is very, very bright, but I got my colors done maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and one of the things that they told me is that I look better in brighter shades. I feel like I always gravitated towards like a dusty rose blush or an orangey kind of blush. It just brings so much life into your skin. And this is one of my favorite blush formulas because it really stays. I think because it's like a potted cream. The other shade I have, of course, is like the brownie orange. And I never would have gone to purchase this if I hadn't had my colors done. And that was a really cool experience. I had my colors professionally done by Yoni Color Studio in LA. She did a pop-up at an event and I was so grateful to get to try it out. If you are in LA and you want to have your colors professionally done, it's a very interesting process and I'm glad that I did it because I feel like I learned a lot from it, even if I'm not applying it into like the clothes I wear, because I was told that black isn't the most flattering color on me and I obviously love to wear black, but I feel like even just for makeup colors or like hair color, it can be kind of interesting. I don't know. If you can hear scratching, that is Sammy trying to like build a nest on the couch right now. But I wanted to feature these sunglasses I just bought because I feel like if you want to know what things I'm into fashion-wise, I have like dedicated videos to that. So this is more for like accessories and things. And I just got these sunglasses from Bonnie and Clyde and I love them. I can't remember the name, but they were on sale on Essence and I feel like they have a very classic Wayfarer look, but just slightly different. And they were 47% off, which I cannot stress enough. I love a sale. Another fashion favorite has definitely been this gold heart pendant that I got on Etsy because I've been trying to build my solid gold collection and like not give in to buying plated because it's cheaper and just like investing in like a collection, blah, 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 you know? But I bought this for my birthday and it is an engine turned heart, which is the style of like those stripes. And it has a little tiny ruby and I just think it's so pretty. I'm wearing it on a chain from my mom and I really want like a thicker, chunky chain. That is like the number one thing on my wish list, but when it's solid gold, that's not cheap. So I might be waiting until like Black Friday. I feel like we'll start with TV because I really only have one favorite that I've been watching and that is Love Island USA. I feel like if you're watching Love Island, it's kind of a full-time job. It's on almost every single night and if you're doing UK and US, I mean, there's no free time at all. I have always been a UK watcher and this year was the first time watching US and I really couldn't keep watching the UK once the US started because how do you have a Casa Amor and have like nothing happen? There was no drama, there was no real couples, it was really boring. So I'm fully invested in USA. I think it's great TV. It's just like mindless and that's kind of what I like sometimes when it comes to content because my favorite podcasts of the moment are also the Brooke and Connor podcast and Upstairs Neighbors, which my friend Dom started and she is so funny. Like I feel like she's needed a comedy podcast for years. We've all been wanting this and so seeing other people love her and Maya has just been something I look forward to every single Wednesday. But I also love the Brooke and Connor podcast. I feel like it is just silly and you sometimes need that. Like I have a lot of anxiety. I am a pretty serious and introspective person on the inside. I really don't want to be and so I like to listen to things that are light and that are fun and just make me giggle. I also love the Emotionally Online podcast with Maddie. She does Love Island UK recaps, which I loved last year, but this year since I'm not watching, I'm like not as invested in, but she just has like really good sleepover vibes and I like to put her podcast on my TV because she has like a really nice like purple lighting and set to it. I feel like if a podcast has a video element, I'm gonna watch it because you just get so much more out of it seeing their facial expressions. Personally, I can also just link some YouTube channels that I love watching because I am a long form content enthusiast and so I'm always like finding new people and watching vlogs whenever I have spare time. Like even when I'm cooking, I just like to have someone there with me. I wish I had more books to recommend you guys, but the ones I've read were either like 3 stars or I didn't finish them or I just didn't like them. So I don't even want to mention them, you know what I mean? I only want to mention a book if it's like a 4-star, which to me is like I would read that again in my spare time, you know? That's like my personal reading system. I am currently reading The Idiot and I do like it. I feel like I would have loved it if I was in college when I read it because it's set in college. but that's where I'm at with books. It is way too hot. My hair is going up in the claw clip, so now you get to see it in action. I will link my Spotify playlist that I've had going since the spring because I feel like that really just kind of encapsulates everything. But if you don't want to listen to a 3-hour playlist, I would definitely recommend checking out the albums Brat by Charli XCX if you haven't already. I am such a Charli XCX fan. I was so excited when this album came out, and then my boyfriend surprised us with tickets to see it when she was here in LA, and it was honestly like going to a rave, like nothing I have ever experienced. But I feel so special to have been a part of the history of this album and like the iconic cultural shift that has gone on because of it. And if I had to pick a favorite song, I would probably pick 365 or I Think About It All the Time, because I do in fact think about it all the time. We also saw Beethoven in June, which was a completely different experience, small venue, indie band, but it was beautiful and amazing, and I really love their new album, Water's Here and You. But my favorite song from them, and one of my favorite songs ever, is I'm On Your Team. It is just beautiful. It like could make me cry. I think it is such a sweet song. And kind of in a similar vein, I've been loving the new Clairo album, Charm, but it just came out. So I don't know if I have any favorites right now other than Nomad, Juna, Add Up My Love. And at that point, that's like half the album, you know? But I love Clairo. She just has such tender music and lyrics. And then just another couple favorite songs from my playlist. We have Docket by Blonde Shell and Bully. I think that's easily gonna be one of my most played songs of the year. And Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. This song has, I think, taken the hearts of like everyone because she is so viral right now, and I would die to see her live. I think she has amazing energy and is really bringing something to the pop sphere that has not existed, and I love to see it. I love to see girls winning. So yeah, all of my favorite albums right now are like led by women, and I think that that is amazing. I feel like I could talk about music forever, so I'm just gonna cut myself off there. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing business, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that makes it easy for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from product, content, even your own time, all in one place. I've been using Squarespace for years to run my website, lindseyrem.com, which I use as a landing page, so when people or brands look me up, they can learn a little bit about me as a content creator. And I love that I was able to incorporate my Instagram posts and YouTube videos directly into my website pages. I actually just gave it a little bit of a revamp, and that's something I love about Squarespace. It's super easy to go in and change things and customize it to fit your needs. Their reimagined drag and drop technology is what makes the process really easy and fun to use, even if you've never designed a website before. They also recently added in AI, so if you need help writing product descriptions or a blurb about yourself, it can be really helpful to get the ball rolling. I'm not a writer, so I definitely was playing around with that. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/lindseyrem or use the code lindseyrem at checkout to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.